welcome to Reading Corner with Laura. In this video I'm going to show you how to teach a new Set 1 phonics sound. Set 1 phonics is the sounds that the initial alphabet make and a slight introduction into some of those special friends. Special friends is when you have two letters that make one sound. This video is for any children who either need an introduction into phonics or may have already been introduced, but there's a few sounds that they just still need to recap and go over. So you might have gone through the Set 1 speed sounds with your child and there's still a couple in the pile that they need to learn. When you do these sessions with your child, you want to keep them relatively short, just like your speed sound sessions. The reason for this is because you want your child to remain engaged and remember that sound. So keeping your sessions nice and quick is the best way to do that. We're going to start by learning the initial sounds that are always taught first when you're learning Set 1. These are the a, t, p, I, n and s sounds. And the reason that we teach these sounds first is because your child will be able to blend a variety of different short, snappy words which will help them to learn to read. I'm going to show you how to teach a new sound using the letter M. Remember, when you're teaching phonics to a child, never to use the letter name, you only want to use the sound it makes. So in this case, the letter M makes the sound I'm only going to use the sound to teach this sound. I've got Steve here to help me today, so I'm going to do my turn and your turn, and every time I do your turn, it will be Steve's voice that you're going to hear. Okay, so you want to start off by introducing the sound simply to your child. I'm going to start by my turn the sound and then your turn, just like this. Mountain.
Mountain.
Mega.
Mega.
Mega mountain.
Mega mountain.
So I've emphasised that M is a stretchy sound. It makes the sound. To teach the sound I used the words mega mountain because both of these words started with the sound You could have used massive mountain or mammoth mountain. Any of these would have been absolutely fine, so long as the words start with that letter and you've got some alliteration there. You might want to have some of these words prepared before you start working with your child. So for example, you might use something like amazing apple, tall tree, perfect pirates, itchy insect, naughty newts, or silly snake. These are just a few that could help you. And if you do have the Read Write Ink flashcards, then on the back they already have some photographs and some words there to help you. But you don't have to use these. It's absolutely fine to just come up with your own. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is play hidey hidey with your child. So this is where you're going to hide the sound, and every time the sound pops up, you want your child to tell you what the sound is. So it goes a little bit like this. You're going to hide it behind a table or a piece of furniture, maybe a cushion, a whiteboard if you have one, and every time you pop the sound up, your child's simply going to say And if you do have the Read Write Ink flashcards, or you'd like to draw a picture on the back of your flashcards, every time you turn it over, your child could say the picture side of the card. So for example, in this case, they would say mountain. So every time you pop the card up, they're either going to say mountain or they're going to say the sound, which is mountain. Okay, so now you've seen the sound and you've heard the sound and you've said the sound. So the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to write the sound. So you only need a piece of paper or a whiteboard, anything that you've got to hand for your child to practice. If you want to make it fun, you can use all sorts of different things. You know, if you've got a sand pit, you might want to use a sand tray to practice writing in. You might want to make it out of stones or pebbles. There are lots of different things you can make writing the sound fun, but ultimately they want to be able to handwrite it as well. So this is going to be something they're going to need to practice alongside making the sound with other materials. I'm now going to show you how to write the sound while saying the sound at the same time. I'm going to show you in cursive because at my old primary school that's how we learnt to write. However, if you know that your child doesn't do cursive handwriting at their school, then you can leave this part out and just write the letter as they normally would. Okay, so to write in cursive handwriting, we would start on the line. So here's my line. Sorry, it's a bit wonky. And you would start on the line, and we're going to go off we go, all the way down the mountain, up to the very top, back down to the bottom again, over the next mountain, and off we go. Okay, so that's how to form the shape of the sound, and then you're going to trace back over it. This time you're going to make the sound. Okay, and we're going to do it again. This brings me to the end of my video on how to teach a new sound. Remember to keep your sessions short and snappy, and tomorrow you're going to want to recap the sound that you've learned today before you move on to the next one. Throughout the day today, you might want to practice some of those words with that sound in, using my turn and your turn, but don't overwhelm your child. You want them to stay focused and interested rather than getting fed up with learning that same sound. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, then please like or comment, and you can also subscribe to my channel. My next video is going to be all about how to teach a set to phonics sound. Thank you very much for watching.